Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool, thanks in a large part to our partners at the VFS School of Game Design. Thank you so much, Vancouver Film School. Now, this rundown is dedicated to Frost Duncan, who has been watching us for 18 years strong, and he knows that because his son just turned 18, which is incredible. This rundown is all yours. Gaming's favorite Hedgehog is digging up his roots this summer. Sega has announced that the retro-style 2D side-scroller Sonic Mania will race out on August 15th. Billed as a return to form for the character, it offers high-speed platforming with a 2D perspective, just like the classic Sonic games, with a mix of new levels and retooled versions of original stages. It's coming to the PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and will also be released on the Nintendo Switch, making this the first Sonic game for the new platform. This isn't Sega's first attempt at making a classic-style Sonic game in the modern era. In 2012, they released the episodic side-scroller Sonic the Hedgehog 4, but like many of the recent 3D Sonic games, it received mixed reviews. We're hoping that Sonic Mania will be much better and help put the little blue hedgehog back on top. Sonic will get a second chance to shine this year because Sega is also working on another new game, Sonic Forces. It's a 3D adventure that will feature two different versions of Sonic as well as custom player-created characters, and the good news is that it's being developed by the same team behind the best recent Sonic game, 2011's Sonic Generations. Sonic Forces arrives this holiday season. One of the world's coolest indie filmmakers is moving up thanks to the help of two giant monsters. Legendary Pictures has found a director to helm the upcoming King Kong vs. Godzilla movie, and the choice might surprise you. The film will be helmed by Adam Wingard, best known for directing low-budget, gory horror movies like You're Next, The Guest, and last year's Blair Witch reboot. This will be his biggest movie by far, with a much bigger scope and budget than his previous films. Legendary Pictures actually has a history of doing this. Their 2014 Godzilla movie was the first studio project from director Gareth Edwards, and their recent Kong Skull Island was the first studio project for its director, Jordan Vogt-Roberts. Adam Wingard obviously knows how to deliver intense mayhem on screen, so we're curious to see what he can do with a bigger kind of monster, not to be confused with the 1962 King Kong vs. Godzilla. The new movie will take place in the same universe as the recent Kong and Godzilla films, with Legendary Pictures hoping that it will help them establish their own shared cinematic monster universe in the same vein as Marvel's big screen universe. The new film will smash theaters in the year 2020. Before Godzilla takes on King Kong, audiences will get to see him battle his old adversary Mothra in his next standalone film, Godzilla King of Monsters. That will breathe its radioactive breath onto theaters in 2019. And two other classic adversaries are joining forces in their next movie. Take a look at the first trailer for Batman and Harley Quinn, a new DC animated movie that will see the Dark Knight partner up with the insane supervillain. They're forced into an uneasy alliance in order to stop Poison Ivy from destroying the entire human race because, as Batman points out, Harley Quinn is crazy, but she enjoys living.
How about just a little something to sweeten the deal?
The character of Harley Quinn has seen a recent surge in mainstream popularity, having just headlined the live-action Suicide Squad film, where she also reluctantly helped save the world. The new animated film was first announced at the San Diego Comic-Con last year and is the 29th animated movie in the DC library. This one, like most of the films, is overseen by producer Bruce Timm, who first started working in the DC universe with Batman the Animated Series back in the early 90s. That show's lead actor Kevin Conroy is back to voice Batman, with Harley Quinn voiced by Melissa Rauch from The Big Bang Theory. Batman and Harley Quinn will be available to buy online starting August 15th, with a Blu-ray hitting stores 2 weeks later on August 29th.
Okay, fine, whatever.
And loads of DC heroes and plenty of other characters are coming to LEGO Dimensions. Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment has announced no less than 5 new expansions for their blocky Toys to Life video game. The 5 expansions are based on 3 new licensed properties: Teen Titans Go, the Powerpuff Girls, and Beetlejuice, all of which were first revealed as part of the game's Season 2 content a year ago, but haven't actually been given a release date until now. Teen Titans Go and the Powerpuff Girls will be getting 2 sets each, while Beetlejuice is only getting 1. All 5 of the new sets will be hitting stores on September 12th, marking the end of the game's Season 2 content. Will LEGO Dimensions, which was first released in 2015, be getting a 3rd season with more new characters and franchises? Or will the developers build a completely new LEGO Dimensions 2? E3 is right around the corner, so we might get to find out then. We'll just have to wait and see. We do know that plenty of other new LEGO games are already in the works, the biggest being LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. That hits consoles and the PC this November. One of the biggest game makers in the world is sporting a new look. Assassin's Creed, Rabbids, and Ghost Recon publisher Ubisoft has unveiled a new logo. There it is. It looks pretty similar to their old logo, but is more minimalist and has see-through parts in the middle. Ubisoft hopes this means the logo will be a window into their worlds, while the hand-drawn styles swirl and letter O are meant to represent enthusiasm and curiosity. The new logo comes as Ubisoft is preparing for another battle for survival against the massive media conglomerate Vivendi. Last year, Vivendi attempted a hostile takeover of Ubisoft, which is when one company takes over a smaller one without their permission by purchasing a majority of their stock. Ubisoft was able to survive thanks to help from outside investors, but Vivendi still owns about 25% of Ubisoft, and many analysts expect them to launch another hostile takeover bid in the coming months. The best way for Ubisoft to fight off Vivendi is to keep releasing successful games. They recently unveiled Far Cry 5, due out early next year. New Assassin's Creed and Rabbids games are expected to arrive before the end of this year and get their official unveiling at E3 next month. Real-life space exploration is about to get another big moment in the sun. NASA has announced that they're planning to launch a new probe that will fly closer to the sun than any spacecraft in human history. Named the Parker Solar Probe after astrophysicist Eugene Parker, it will launch in 2018, and over the course of 7 years, it will come within 3.7 million miles of the sun's surface. That might not sound very close, but it's actually 7 times closer than any previous probe, and if it flew any closer to the sun than that, it would melt. Unlike Icarus from Greek mythology, the probe thankfully isn't made of wax. It has a carbon composite solar shield that can withstand temperatures of up to 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. The readings sent back will allow scientists to investigate the sun in more detail than ever before and learn how it emits interplanetary gas and magnetic fields, also known as solar wind, which were first discovered by Eugene Parker in 1958. NASA hopes this will give them a better understanding of how the sun affects life here on Earth and make it easier for them to plan future space missions where astronauts will have long-term exposure to the sun's radiation. Pretty cool. That's it for the rundown today. If you want to learn more about game design, visit our pals at VFS.edu. We'll be back again with a brand new rundown tomorrow, but in the meantime, check out some of the other stuff that we've made. And if you dig it, hit subscribe, all right?